Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We move on to fight number 9 of the afternoon. A fight in the 66 kilogram division. Introducing first, we've got Dave Cole, another of the Black Country Combat guys. He makes his way to the cage with a record of 1 win and 1 defeat. Got first round knockout victory to his name, and that sole loss coming by Darce choke in the first round. Another one of these guys, Adam, that we said that it'd be interesting to see how they fare if they make it out of the first round.
Yep, we've had a few of these fights tonight, and again, all the fighters have been delivering, John. The ones that have made it out of the first round, that have only had those 1 round fights, have performed really well. And that's what you expect, you know. Like I say, a lot of these fighters, they train hard, they dedicate a lot of time to it, so you can't really expect any less.
Yeah, definitely. It's something that you'll find if you go around to most mixed martial arts gyms around the country, I'm sure, is that the amateurs put in pretty much as much time as the professionals a lot of the time. They're constantly putting in that work, obviously around other commitments like working full time and things like that, so it's fantastic to see the levels of commitment from up and coming athletes in this country.
And the commitment goes a long way, John. I've trained with fighters before that have said that they've pulled a sickie on a day and called the boss and told them that they can't come in because they're ill, but actually what they're doing is getting into the gym and training.
Let's not mention any names on that one.
No names.
Making his way to the cage now from Counter Combat. We've got Rustam Rafiev. Also sports a record of 1 victory and 1 defeat as an amateur. However, the big difference maker here, Adam, is that both of his fights have gone to a decision. He was on the right side of a unanimous decision victory and the wrong end of a split decision loss. An intense walkout here for Rustam Rafiev.
Yeah, you can tell he's soaking everything up. He's soaking the atmosphere up, soaking the arena up, and rightly so, John, because as we already mentioned at the start of this event, it's a phenomenal and well put together event. The arena's full, everybody's enjoying themselves. It's a spectacle. Soak it up.
For those of you watching at home, don't forget we've got Battle Arena 61 that follows this event. Got a whole day of action, afternoon and evening, of some of the finest mixed martial arts talent across the UK.
Rafiev has finished in the inspection zone and has entered the Battle Arena cage.
Just like you said, Adam, he's really soaking everything in here.
Dave Cole in the red corner, red trunks. Opposite him, Rustam Rafiev in the black trunks and green gloves.
Yeah, Dave Cole has colour coordinated for us to make life easy for everybody this afternoon.
Yeah, thanks,
he's in the red corner with the red gloves and the red shorts, so no missing him.
Fighters touch him up. Low kick straight into a takedown for Rustam Rafiev. It was a good reaction to that low kick from him. Looking for that single leg. Dave Cole is showing good balance here, but Rafiev drops down, chains it into another takedown. He's got a body lock. He's going to look to try and trip him down to the mat here. It looks like Dave Cole's defended just for now.
That could be an early indication of the game plan for Rustam Rafiev. Get the fight to the mat and do some damage there. Just looking for the head and arm trip there, the hip toss. And again,
yeah, head and arm throw. He's completed it, but it's dangerous because if Dave Cole can swing that left leg around, he'll be able to take the back. But he's gone the other way. He swept him the other way, and now he's looking to take the back of Rustam Rafiev. That was a slick transition.
Yeah, it's a beautiful sweep, and that's sometimes the danger of using that takedown, that head and arm throw, that you can leave yourself susceptible to being reversed quite easily from that position.
Yeah, but Dave Cole went the other way then.
Big knees up the middle from Dave Cole.
Yeah, I think it's quite clear that Rafiev is wanting to level change for a takedown. Tries the trip, slips. Dave Cole gets on top, looking to pass the mount, which he does now.
Yeah, he got to the mount very easily there. No real defense from Rafiev. And I like this, just keeping nice and calm and composed, not doing anything too explosive or rash to lose the position. He needs to be careful of his arm here.
That's
Rafiev,
a great
escape.
Yeah, great escape from Rafiev. Looked like he was going to give up his back, but then exploded out of the back door.
Yeah, looked for a minute there like he might have left his arm vulnerable to a armbar, but beautiful transition and gets himself on top, up against the fence right here in front of us in the commentary booth.
Yeah, he's looking to pass. Rafiev's looking to pass his left leg over the right leg of Cole to get into side half guard. Sorry.
Ref just gives him the warning there to keep it working. It's not really throwing any strikes to set up these transitions. He's just purely looking to like you saying, utilise his the half guard position.
And it looks like he's nearly on half guard on the other side as well. He just advances a little bit forward.
Yeah, it looks like he's now slightly somewhat of a stack guard, and then we just fall back into that full guard position.
Yeah, Dave Cole did a good job then to retain guard as Rafiev was looking to pass and then stack.
Dave Cole's a more active fighter off his back here with the landing. There's no real power in them, and they're just gentle reminders that I'm here, I'm on the bottom, but I am still landing some strikes. But
yeah, we're in short time here as well. Less than 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, Rafiev opened up a little bit more towards the last 5 seconds of that round, but we didn't really see. We saw a bit of top control from him, but we didn't really see much in the way of ground and pound from him. Just more that control and pressure.
Yeah, I think it was quite even in regards to top control positions, being dominant on top of their opponent. But I feel that the volume and the activity of Dave Cole from bottom will play a bit of a difference, and when you're looking at the fight, that round as a whole. But again, a fight that I'm just glad I'm not a judge.
I was just about to say, as we've said many times this afternoon so far, very even round,
and that goes to speak of the type of matchmaking we're getting at Battle Arena as well, because fantastic. The matchmaking has been absolutely spectacular to the points where we're having really close fights. Fighters that are both fighters, opponents are just performing really well. So that definitely speaks to the matchmaking and the level of competition that Battle Arena have got inside the cage tonight. Yeah, do a great job of putting together some fantastic cards, and we've been spoilt so far, and we're getting treated to plenty more fights this afternoon and into this evening as well. And we get into round 2. Rafiev in that southpaw stance, Dave Cole in the orthodox, just switching up a little bit. Rafiev looked to duck under into a takedown, then was unsuccessful. Yeah, I'd like to see him utilise his striking a little more to set up the takedowns. You can see that he wants to get it to the mat. He looks like he's willing to do that a bit more at the start of this second round as well. Although he has ducked under a couple of times to level change, looks like he's a bit more comfortable on the feet, and he's throwing some of those hooks to. Oh, that was a good body shot from Dave Cole. It looked like it hurt him. Rafiev was looking to reach out for a single leg, but that body That knee to the body definitely halted Rafiev. Yeah, I think Rafiev got a little bit too frantic there, ended up losing position, falling to the mat.
Yeah, and
Dave Cole sunk that arm under the chin.
That's a nasty position here.
I think Rafiev's done a good enough job just turning his head and getting a little bit of air into that gap, enough of a space to breathe.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous position though, from a ground and pound and a submission perspective, and
Dave Cole's
some heavy ground and pound landing. The referee's taking a close look, and Rafiev, I think, just spun at the right time there, but he's still in a very dangerous position.
It was a good reversal attempt from Rafiev as well, and I think Dave Cole followed it really, really well. Otherwise, we might have been looking at Dave Cole on his back right now. But he's looking to sink that arm underneath.
Just cinching in that choke, I think, slowly but surely, just using that right hand to pepper away a few shots to the side of the head to soften Rafiev up and make the space between the chest and the chin to slide that rear naked choke in.
But momentarily as well, Dave Cole is doing a good job of flattening Rafiev out, and if he starts landing punches while Rafiev is flattened out, the referee is going to have no choice but to stop the fight.
Yeah, it's a terrible position. It's one of the worst positions you can be in when you're belly down, flattened down. A beautiful transition reversal there, and it sees Rafiev on top. His corner will be very happy to see him out of that dangerous position.
Yeah, Rafiev is very tricky to deal with when he's looking to scramble and explode out of bad positions. We've seen it a couple of times in this fight already, and that was a great explosion to get from where he was to where he is right now.
Yeah, Dave Cole just closing up his guard and creeping it ever so slowly up the back of Rafiev. Potentially might look for a submission at some point, but he's going to have to open that guard up if he really wants to threaten off his back.
Yeah, the referee is just giving him a warning there, telling him they need more action. Rafiev needs to try and pass that guard.
Yeah, this isn't a good look. Something we saw in the first round as well, the referee calling for more action on the mat, and it's not a good look in the judge's eyes when the referee keeps telling you when you're on top, and he keeps telling you more action, more action.
Yep, I agree.
Both fighters have made their way back to the feet now. Nice little scramble there from Dave Cole, and he's going to hold Rafiev up against the fence here in this clinch position as we see out this second round and make our way into the third and final round. The round that Rafiev will be used to, but as we mentioned in the walkouts, Dave Cole he's never got out the first round before, so it'll be interesting to see what he's still got in the gas tank. I mean, he looks pretty fresh just looking at him across the cage now. He looks okay.
Yeah, I feel that Rafiev is rushing positions a little bit. He's trying to be a little bit too desperate, but he also does a good job of remaining calm before those. It's the intermediate section after he's being calm, but before he really needs to go into desperation mode and get the takedown. There's just no middle ground with him, and I feel if he can bridge that gap between being calm and being desperate, he'll have more success with his takedown attempts.
Been some really good scrambles in this fight. Both guys have spent some time on top. Both guys have spent some time on the bottom, and both guys have utilised great technique to work their way back into a more favourable position.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Rustam Rafiev's ability to get out of bad positions in the way he does with his explosions at the right time.
Yeah, he was in a really dangerous position in that second round when he was belly down and flattened out, and he exploded beautifully and got to a dominant position. And
not many fighters get out of that position, and especially don't make it look as easy as what Rafiev made it look. Well, this is what I was talking about, the calm Rafiev. You know, he's not rushing anything, he's being calm. And that's a good right hand over the top of the guard from Rafiev.
Just showing that level change and then coming up over the top, and the left hand of Dave Cole was a little bit low on that one.
And Rafiev's putting together some nice combinations now.
Yeah, it'd been interesting to see more of this in the first round or two, just utilising his striking to set up the takedown attempts. He started the third round brightly though, as we see Dave Cole press him up against the fence, and he's looking to work I think a single leg high crotch there. But
yeah, I think Dave Cole recognised the combinations that Rafiev was putting together, and they just decided to close the distance and calm it all down a little bit.
Both fighters exchange knees, obviously.
Oh, good shoulder strike.
No knees to the head allowed in the amateur ranks here, but doesn't mean they can't drive those knees into the body and the legs of their opponent.
Dave Cole's doing a nice job of switching stances. He's just given a different look to Rafiev.
Well, I was coming up close to the, just gave him a little, yeah, you caught me on the chin with that knee. I'd like to see a little bit more lateral movement from Rafiev. He's following Dave Cole around the cage a little bit, which is why he's getting caught in those clinch positions up against the fence. Rather than using those sideways steps as you see now, he's following round, and then he leaves himself vulnerable to a clinch and getting pushed up against the fence. But he's defended this clinch well so far.
Rafiev just landed some nice shots in that clinch as well. He put together a good combination as Cole was trying to drive through him. He used his elbows to get some separation and then just landing combinations. I think from a striking perspective, this has been a much better round from Rafiev. Rather than trying to rush a takedown, he's just calculated and he's landing some good strikes. But I think that in return, Dave Cole's recognising that and just really trying to stall and slow things down now.
Yeah, he's really just for the last 15, 20 seconds or so, just holding that position, catching his breath a little bit. All the actions coming from Rafiev with the strikes to the kidneys and strikes to the side of the head. Obviously, as I mentioned, no elbows allowed. It'd be useful if you could just drop a few elbows down while they're working for that takedown, but obviously not allowed at this level. So he's utilising the strikes instead, the hammer fists, and he went for that head and arm throw again, and he's lost the position. It's the danger that we mentioned earlier on with going for that throw.
Yeah, and instantly Dave Cole takes the back, and he's going to end the round in a dominant position.
Horn sees the end of a intriguing 3-round fight there. A lot of back and forth between the two guys in the cage. A great embrace there between the two as they see the end of a hard-fought battle between the two.
Yeah, and I think hard fought's the right word to use. Both fighters, as you mentioned, there's a lot of grappling going on. As we've already mentioned already with Rafiev, some good escapes from bad positions, but ultimately I just think from a dominant perspective, when you're looking at that top side control, I think Dave Cole did a good job throughout the 3 rounds.
We're about to find out who the winner is as the judges' scorecards are tallied and put together. We're going to hand over to the MC, Chris Fenton, for the official result.
And that's a great win for Dave Cole. You've already mentioned it, John, a hard-fought fight. Both fighters really just didn't want to rest on the laurels. They wanted to improve positions and be dominant in their own right. And Dave Cole has come out on top. Congratulations to Dave Cole.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Dave Cole. Dave, what an awesome performance in the featherweight division. Was there anything that Rustam fired at you that gave you a few questions or gave you a few issues in that fight? Because you almost had it finished in the second.
Yeah, he was just stronger than I expected. He felt strong, like clinching that. and with a stand-up, he just came forward, and
Because you, like I said, you almost had him finished in the second. How did you rally and dig deep for the third to get the finish and finish it out really well?
just told myself, just got to win this. I've been out the cage 4 years, and I wasn't coming back to lose. No way.
Awesome. Well, what an excellent way of re-entering the cage after all this time, 4 years. Way to go. We hope to see you soon, Dave Cole. Get yourself back in there faster than that. Anyway, last thing, we got a shout out to Jamie and Arthur Stewart. You're the winners of the shout out competition. We're going to go back to the action.